Hail, Odin, Allfather, Wordwolf, Dragadrotin, Dragadrotin, Dragadrotin. Hail, Odin, guardian of man, guider, and father to all of us. Hail, Odin, hail, Odin, hail, Odin, one who protects those who call him father, one who inspires the poet and the seer, one who is a god of shamans. I greet you and offer you this sacrifice of beer, of oil, and of incense, that you may be offered to in my house. Thus find a home here. Hail, Odin, Allfather, Wordwolf, Dragadrotin, Dragadrotin, Dragadrotin. Hail, Odin. Odin inspires me. How does he inspire me? He inspires me to not be afraid of death. That is why I call him Dragadrotin, Lord of the Dead, and I repeat it often. Odin knows what death is, knows about the passages between different realms, the different dimensions along the world tree Yggdrasil. He can guide us along our path, the path that leads to sacrificing ourself to ourself. What does that mean? Sacrificing the little self to the larger self. Odin has shown me how to use words. He has guided me to see certain visions. He has been my shamanic god. And I call Odin a shamanic god because everything that he is, his vibration itself, inspires an individual to be their own shaman, to not just know him through someone else, but to be their own Odin's man, or Odin's son. I do consider Odin as my father. I look up to him, and I've been working with him for many years now. I've been offering to him. I've been asking him for advice. I even have a book, a notepad on the shrine that you may have seen, where I focus in on that energy that is Odin, and then I write down what he tells me. I clear my mind of any other thoughts, any other attachments, and allow it to be open so that Odin can speak to me. Odin can speak to you as well. You just have to be able to quiet your mind enough to where you pick up on his subtle essence. Odin, surprisingly, I didn't seek Odin out for this, but he has actually made me more manly in a way that most people would not suspect. So when you look up what it is to be manly, to be masculine, as far as even books on Amazon, for instance, you'll get a whole lot of material about how feminine is bad, about how you need to reclaim your masculinity for women, and that being a true man is not submitting to anybody, to looking out for number one, and loving your family, but no one else, and make sure that those in your family know who's in charge. That is secondary manhood. That manhood is not the kind of man that Odin encourages us to be. I mean, maybe for some people, but for me, I can be a man without a relation to the world in any way, without in relation to anything external. It's not about me putting people in their place. It's not about me calling myself this or that in front of other people or denouncing certain other movements or beliefs. It's about taking charge of my spiritual path, taking hold of the threads of fate, examining them, and twisting the runic influences, the runic spirits, and I believe that they are primordial spirits, twisting those energies into making myself come to pass, myself vibrant, myself self-aware, and completely controlled by my higher self. What it is to be a man and how Odin inspires us to be a man, if you are a man, but also a woman to be a strong woman. It's about internal strength. Sure, you can be strong on the outside, that's great, but that is very limited compared to your internal strength, your self-identity. Moving towards a spiritual goal that you have either founded for yourself or realized that you want to be a part of your destiny. Claiming who you know you should be as your destiny, finding out who that is not something you can do in relation to other people. That's why I say be your own shaman. And Odin is perfect for that. He sacrificed himself to himself on the world tree, hanging for 9 days and 9 nights. And when he was hanging there, he was going throughout the different dimensions. And I say, it's usually described as worlds, but really it's different dimensions that Yggdrasil, that come out of Yggdrasil, that are branches off of Yggdrasil and roots and extensions of Yggdrasil, the world tree. I have the rune Algiz painted on my head from the ash of incense. And I do this regularly because I believe that Algiz is the primordial spirit of Yggdrasil, which connects and protects us all. And once you find that interconnection, that you can actually go to other dimensions within, you can actually gain knowledge within, and you don't need somebody else to tell you what it is, that's when you're on the path to being a true man or woman, to being truly self-realized and self-dependent. But it's in relation to the self. We all have things we have to do externally, and we all have beliefs that we feel like we have to exclaim to the world, and perhaps even debate or even fight with people who have other beliefs. All those things are lesser. What you need to do to become a true man or a woman is to realize yourself. Find out who you are and how you want to shape yourself, and gain the ability to do so. The knowledge comes first, and then you act upon that knowledge. And Odin is a god of knowledge, of wisdom. He has helped me do that. He has helped me realize that death is only a human construct, something that's transitory, but not something that is a period at the end of the sentence, at the end of a story. It's just a new paragraph. The story we've been living for a long time, again and again. We come back here, and if we don't learn our lesson, then we come back here again through reincarnation. A lot of people think that reincarnation is only an Eastern idea. No, it is not. It is an idea in Old Norse culture, old relationships to the land, spiritual traditions that you couldn't even really call religion, but it's a spiritual understanding in your connection to all things, so that you see yourself in hindsight, and once you gain the knowledge, rising and falling again and again and again. But it should be like a spiral going up the world tree Yggdrasil. The people who go down are the ones who identify with their bodies, with certain aspects of how they view themselves in relation to society. View yourself in relation to yourself. Odin has taught me that. That's how Odin inspires me. Odin inspires me to be who I am, to find that knowledge that is hidden within, and be that person within. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this has been informative. The names that I usually recognize Odin by are, Dragadrotin, which is Lord of the Dead. Wordwolf, of course. This is a name that I got from Wayland Skallagrimson in one of his books. And Odin is very good about helping us put together our words, our ideology, and making it coherent. That's a big part of what Odin can do for us, and I speak very well now compared to how I used to speak because of that name Wordwolf, where I tied myself to that part of Odin. Then I also tied myself to the part of Odin that is Allfadir, which means All-Father. And he is the father of anyone who accepts him as their father. No matter what color you are, no matter what gender you are, no matter what your personal identity is, if you accept Odin as father, as Allfadir, then you tie yourself to that part of Odin who will increase that ability to be a parent to all and a protector of all. And certainly he will be your protector. And now, of course, Odin is the overarching title that, kind of accumulates all these functions and kind of brings it together into one name that is Odin, who has many titles and many names based on his functions. So when you tie yourself to Odin, think about the names you're going to use as an individual. I often work with the dead, so when I say Dragadrotin, Lord of the Dead, then me connecting to that part of Odin has allowed me to work with the dead that much better. This has been a video touching on many topics. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, shoot them down in the comment section below. I'd love to take a look, and I'll respond to the best of my ability. If you disagree with me, feel free to do so in the comment section below. I am not bothered by criticism of who I am, and I'm not angered by it. I have asked who I am for a long time, and Odin has helped me realize that, who I actually am. And it's always a path. It's never a destination. So this path is expanding. This northern shamanic path that I am on is expanding. And I combine different traditions based on what I think works for me. Being my own shaman, in other words. So, be strong, Be the best man or woman you can be, and Odin can help. He can help a lot. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see all of you on the channel in the future.